Blizzard. They had their chance. Overwatch 2 was a dud. Diablo Immortal comes out, and it's extremely fun to play, but it's trending for all the wrong reasons. We're going to dive into that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. The name's Loru, digital advertiser, content creator for the better part of 10 years, and we're going to be talking about Diablo Immortal today. I got a couple things ready for you on the side screen, a couple things ready for you. You'll see them soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Before we dive in to the actual topic at hand, we're going to be talking about something very exciting if you're an aspiring or an established content creator. Yes, I have launched a content mentorship program, exclusive Q&As, live streams, newsletters catered for you, and the curriculum is made in such a way that you can consume it even if you have a full-time day job. The link's in the description. It's free to check out. There's no there's no curtain you have to look behind. You can go check out all the perks that you got in the description below. With that said, let's dive in. Got a couple things here for you. Okay. I got a couple people, not just me saying some things, but a couple, we'll call them industry titans, talking about how and why Diablo Immortal is, well, let's just say it's not worth your time, okay? Let's just say it's not worth your time, all right? So we have Zizarin here, and all these things are going to be in the description if you want to go check it out. Zizarin, Path of Exile streamer, very prominent amidst that kind of thing. So top-down RPGs, this is his wheelhouse, you know? He says, what happened in 4 months? Or are the gems not considered gear? Let's check out what he's talking about here. Okay, so this is a dev post on the Blizzard forums from a dev. Okay, this is not just like some Yahoo talking, right? This is a dev talking about dev stuff. And the dev says, I normally lurk here, but I like reading the feedback and taking in the hot topics of the day. I think a reality check is warranted here. Mind you, again, this was posted 4 months ago. So game has come out. It came out this week. I even played it. I'm going to tell you how my experience was. Okay. And let's see what this dev says. Almost all the facts presented in this post are fabricated. Okay. So they're not real? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. And Diablo Immortal, there's no way to acquire or rank up gear using money. That's all you have to see about this. There's no way to acquire or rank up gear using money. This is factually false. Factually false. This is exactly the opposite of what happens. You can literally acquire things to upgrade your gear for money. It's the gem system that everybody's talking about. Now, everybody has looking at this and is saying, well, are the gems gear? The gems are... Listen, if you've played any MMO, you know that a gem is considered a piece of gear. It's something to upgrade your gear. It's no different than if you go grind leather or go grind ore in some other MMO to craft the best gear. It's just another kind of way to upgrade your gear. So this is semantics. And if you're unsure on what the heck is going on here, in Diablo Immortal, there's a gem system that lets you upgrade your gear pieces via slotted gems that have increased power. And really the only way to get the legendary gems is to pay money. Now, you can grind for these, but the drop rate is infinitesimally, they're very small, okay? It's very, very small. So the fact that there's a dev post from, again, 4 months ago saying, hey, look, there's no way to rank up your gear using money, when that's factually false, okay? Right there. This is why Zizarin is tweeting this out. And I just want to say something before we continue. You can use this gear in PvP. It's not just PvE. So there's competitive PvP where you can use this paid for leveled up gear, and in many cases 50%, 60%, this is not a hyperbole, you will have 60-ish, maybe even 100% more stats than the next person. It's pay to win by definition. So this is unfortunate that a dev is called out directly like this in this kind of way. So that's what Zizarin had to say. He doesn't have to say something. He simply asked the question. Well done, Zizarin. I want to hear what y'all think in the comments on this specifically. Let me know about that. But I don't stop there, okay? We have Carnage put out a nice video. Again, this will be in the description. About an 11-minute video. I've gotten to a part where I think you'll enjoy what has to say. Let's listen in, okay?
Companies are in this totally free zone of being able to base their games on this kind of stuff, to design their games around these mechanics, and the customer doesn't know it before putting money into it. That is a huge issue.
Okay, so the big thing here is that when you download Diablo Immortal, there's no mention of Cash Shop. It's a mobile game, so you kind of expect there's going to be some skins, and there is, like right off the bat, there's some skins, and there's a battle pass, sure. But there's a free battle pass that gives you some stuff. Then there's a paid battle pass, which gives you, your typical battle pass. You get some extra skins, you get some extra items, fine, sure. I played Clash of Clans for a while, similar thing, right? But then there's a elite battle pass, okay, which is even more money, which gives you the best looking gear. So right there, I'm already kind of like, I don't know. And what Ko's saying here is that out of the gate, all of that, that's not what he's talking about. He's not talking about skins. He's talking about gear. This whole video that he has, he talks about specifically, as you can see here, Ko specifically talks about the pay-to-win games. Okay, we're not talking about the skins. We're talking about the pay-to-win aspect of Diablo Immortal. The fact that you install it, play it, and get to a certain point where you can't progress unless you are grinding for hundreds of hours, or give us $5. That's the predatory part of this. It's the disparity between the time to grind for said stats versus giving the money. Now, can companies charge what they want? Sure. But you, as the consumer, don't gotta pay. Okay, this is the line, all right? If you guys and gals want to play Diablo Immortal, and if you want to whale a bunch of stuff, you want to spend a bunch of money to get the best daggum gear so that you can have the best stats and go do PvP, you are empowered to do so. I won't. I won't do it. When I play games like MMOs, I don't want to pay to win, because then there's always more money to pay. You're never going to actually win. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Ko has to say. I really like it. Again, this will be linked in the description if you want to check out the whole 12-minute video. Thank you very much, Ko. The final note I have for you is from Jake Lucky himself, talking about how Diablo Immortal going viral as a Redditor has broken down to fully max a character could cost around $110,000 or about a decade if you go free to play. Listen. Okay. Okay. It's a nightmare. It's just too much. Okay. You can spend 10 years playing the game. Now, the decade to beat the game, if there was no pay to win aspect, man, sounds awesome. They've already put 10 years of content in there. Maybe it's too grindy. I like the grindy games myself, you know what I'm saying? So decade of gameplay sounds interesting. Let's get some groups together. Let's run some dungeons. You're telling me I don't have to, like, you know, keep on. I have this weird expansion that all of a sudden all of my gear is forfeit and then I get the new expansion, right? That's the World of Warcraft model. Or pay $110,000. Can you even fathom spending like 10 grand on a game, on a video game, like car or video game? This is house or video game. It's too much. It's too much. It's a free to play game and you're spending this whole thing. It gets me riled up because I can't believe it. I just can't believe it, which kind of brings me to my like final points about this. Okay, Blizzard had a shot. Overwatch 2, like we said, was a dud. It was basically a reskin of Overwatch 1, where they had day maps that are now night. They had night maps that are now day, and there's one less character on the map. Who cares? Who cares? It's not a different game. There was no improvements. There was some slight balance, but it's the same game. You saw Overwatch 2 go up and then came down because everyone was like, oh.
It's another $60 reskin.
That's it. This was Blizzard's, like, last shot. I don't know what else to say other than I haven't played WoW in a long time. I played Diablo Immortal for about an hour and it was fun. But the fact that the end game is gated behind literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of content, I will not be playing it. It makes me sad because I love Blizzard. I loved Blizzard. I'm a lifelong WoW player. I haven't played recently for reasons that we've talked about in other videos. Go check those out. But this just makes me sad. Blizzard had a shot and they failed with Overwatch 2. The gameplay was not good. And then they had a great game whose monetization and stuff failed. And if anybody really should be upset about this, it's the other developers on the game. Is that I really hope that they're kind of speaking out internally and saying stuff about, you know what I'm winking about, you know what I'm saying? And I really hope that the internal developers are talking to the higher ups and complaining and saying like, look, we built this incredible game. The gameplay is good. The gameplay is well received, but the monetization strategy, everybody's freaking out about it because $110,000. I'd like to own a house, please. Not have shiny skins, and it's not even an NFT, right? That's a whole nother video. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my take on this. All right. If you want to go check out the content mentorship program, go down there. I unironically think if you're a content creator or if you're thinking about being a like semi full-time content creator, you are losing money by not being in this course. You can go check out the perks for free. Links right here. It's the first above the fold link. Okay, go check it out. If you want to look at some of our other videos, we got those coming up right now. Follow me on whatever socials you want. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to respond to as many as I can, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.